In this video, you will learn how to read your homepage, what earns you points for your grade in this class, and how to use the carousel. Okay, so the first thing is you earn a grade in this class for completing 3 hours of homework time in ALEKS. So if you're ever wondering how much time you have left for the week, it could be found right over here. It also tells you the due date. So in this fake account here, it says that it is due on August 28th. So the total time here, it says that is needed is 3 hours. And then here it shows how much time is left. So again, this time goal can be seen if you click up here and click on home. That's where you can find your time, how much time you need left, and when that time is due. So to recap, you will earn 10 points each week for spending 3 hours working in ALEKS. If you don't spend a whole 3 hours, you will still receive a partial grade based on the time you did spend out of 3 hours. If you leave your computer on for too long, and you're signed into ALEKS and you're not working, the timer will shut off. So make sure if you're working out a problem on a piece of paper that you're wiggling the mouse to make sure that your timer keeps going. And remember, the time that you have left for the week is always found on that home page. And lastly, at the end of the week, ALEKS will transfer your grade for your time to your grade book on Canvas. So if you finish your 3 hours, it won't show up on Canvas until the end of the week. The next thing we're going to discuss is the other way that you earn a grade in this class through ALEKS is by completing homework problems. So that is what this over here is about. We're in Module 5 right now, which is algebraic structures. So that's what it tells you here. And then underneath here, it tells you how many topics are in algebraic structure. So you can see that there's 106 topics in this module. Each module has a different amount. This one in particular, the first one in this class, has more topics because we have included review topics that you should know before entering in this class. So that's why this number is so high right now. Then the first number is how many of those topics, when you took your initial knowledge check, how many topics ALEKS thinks you already knew. And then underneath here it tells you when it's due. So you could see it's not due for several weeks, this first chunk of homework. So this particular fake account here, you can see that this student has 34 out of 106 topics complete right now. So that means by this due date right here, September 25th, this student has to complete 72 topics. So everyone in this class has a different amount of homework based on that first test, that first knowledge check you took when you created your account. So everyone has to spend at minimum 3 hours doing homework each week. Now, if your number, when you subtract these two numbers here, if your number is high, like this one is 72, that means you may need to spend more than 3 hours a week, whatever you have to do to get your homework done by this date right here, September 25th. So some of you might have to do 7 topics a day, some might have to do 10, some might only have to do 5. So make sure that you pace yourself so by this due date here, you have 106 out of 106 completed. Now, if you decide not to do any homework, how your grade will be calculated is if you only have 34 topics out of 106 complete. If you divide those numbers there, it's going to give you for a homework grade about, in this case, a 32%. So if you take these two numbers right here and divide them, that is what your homework grade is. If you're not happy with that, which I hope you wouldn't be happy with a 32% or whatever yours may be, then you need to start doing some homework so this number increases right here. So I want you to pay close attention that this particular student only has 34 topics complete. I'm going to go over how to increase that number to 35 out of 106, and then 36 out of 106. So you want this number right here to increase, so your homework grade here will increase as well. So let's talk about that next. All right, so to start earning points for homework, you need to click on Continue My Path. And then what happens is ALEKS is going to populate for you the problem that they think that you're ready to learn, the easiest one that you're ready to learn. So whatever pops up here, you read it, and then you can click over here and click Start. Or if you click up here, it looks like an upside down triangle. This is called the carousel. And if you click on there, it has all the different topics that you can work on. So I want you to notice that this problem right here, it says whole numbers and integers. That's the topic, and this is the objective here. It says evaluate a linear expression, integer multiplication with addition or subtraction. So up here in the upper right hand corner, it says, it looks like a diamond, it says goal topic. So if I click on this problem here, because it has this diamond right here, now when I click Start, I can read this explanation, or if I think I already know it, I can just go in and start. And then I complete the problem. And again, I'm doing that on scrap paper. Okay, so notice I need to complete this whole bar here. Okay, so I went through and I answered all the questions, and you could see here that I have completely filled this green bar. I got them all right. So remember, the student had 34 out of 106, but I just completed a topic. I filled up that whole green bar to one of the topics that has a diamond. Okay, so now it tells me keep it up, good job, tells me my time goal, right? Well, now if I go return to home page, it shouldn't say 34 anymore. Now it's going to tell me 35. So now it says 35 here. So now instead of 34, now it's 35, which we want that number to go higher. And now if we divide 35 by 106, instead of a 32%, now it's a 33%. So as long as you are completing homework with the little diamond, your grade will go up. So again, if you click the upside down triangle, it lists all the different topics you can complete. Notice this has a diamond. It says goal topic. You'll receive credit for this one. Same with this one, same with this one. However, if you look at this one, it says decimals. Decimals is not an objective for our class. It's a review topic. That is why in the upper right-hand corner, there is no diamond. It's not a goal topic. It's something that this student should already know, but they need to review it because they showed that they don't remember decimals in their knowledge assessment that they took. So if I do this problem here and I completely answer it and I fill up my green bar, it will not increase my homework grade. It will still stay that same number, which was a 35. So you could skip this and come back to it later and just do the ones with the goal topics. You may have to end up doing this. It's still a good topic. You need to do it. But if you're in a situation where you're trying to earn homework points really quickly, you want to go and do the ones with the diamonds, and you can skip around As you can see, those have diamonds. Now notice this one says locked. What that means is something on the left over here has to be completed before this question opens up, because ALEKS thinks you need to know how to do something to the left, one of the objectives to the left, before this one will open up. So again, go through and do the ones that say goal topic, and if it doesn't say goal topic, it's blank. You won't receive points for it, but ALEKS says that you need to do it to have a better understanding of something that's going to be coming up in this class. So to recap, you only earn a homework point. Your percent in your homework grade only will go up if you complete a goal topic. So only the ones that have that symbol right here. The symbol right here. This one, no points. But you might still have to do it for practice if it doesn't let you skip over it. And then this one, you cannot do until something over here to the left is done. The last thing I want to point out on your home page is this icon right here looks like a little face with a check mark. If you click on that, it says next knowledge check. This particular student will get a knowledge check after they've answered 19 more topics. So once they've gone and done 19 more homework topics, and they've spent 3 hours and 45 minutes. So once the student has done both, so and means it has to be both done. So if they do 25 topics in 2 hours, they won't get a knowledge check. So they have to meet both of those requirements. They will get a knowledge check. So what is a knowledge check? A knowledge check, think of it like a quiz, because it's checking for what you remember. Just like in school, you'll learn in class, and then your teacher will give you typically a quiz to assess what you've understood before the actual test. Well, that's what ALEKS is doing. It's giving you a knowledge check, which is like a quiz, except for it doesn't count for an actual grade. And you take the quiz. It could take you up to, let's say, 30 minutes. It depends. Everyone finishes at a different speed. You can start it and then you can come back to it later. You can also delay it for 24 hours. So if you're like, oh, I got to get more homework done, I don't have time for this knowledge check, you can delay it and come back to it in 24 hours. Okay, so once you take the knowledge check, you don't want to just guess to get it done. You want to put effort into it, because if you don't remember how to do a question or you answer a question incorrectly on the quiz, ALEKS will reassign you more homework on this topic, which can cause you to have more topics to learn before the due date. So what that means is, if you don't do well on the quiz, ALEKS might say, oh no, they need more practice. So they might change this number right here. And they may say, oh, they only remember 20 topics. So then now you have to redo those topics that you had. So you want to take notes and practice a little bit before you take the knowledge checks to show ALEKS what you know. Now, if you do well on the quiz, you can earn topics. They will also, if you do well, consider the topics you've already learned that you've mastered them. So you will never see them again on a knowledge check or on homework. You've mastered them, you're good. So if you do good on the quiz, then instead they might say, oh, wow, you know 45. Now, sometimes when you're doing the knowledge check, it might have questions that we've never learned, and that's okay. They might want to see if they can give you extra topics for the next module. So don't worry if that happens.